Morning, folks. I just want to share with you that every day I am absolutely amazed at what my clients accomplish. And I'm not just talking about how much weight they lift or how many reps they do. I'm referring to the things that they go through in their life. Yes, they still choose to show up. And the things that they're up against in their work or in their family, and yet they know they still keep coming here and doing the workout almost like they know it's like a temporary escape. But that's not only it. It allows them to go back to the everyday issues that they're going through, but with more confidence and a sense of, okay, this issue is not going to go away, but I can tackle it now with less anxiety, less panic. I can manage these stresses now rather than just cope through them. I've been helping clients for a long time now with all sorts of backgrounds and all ages. And what I've found out, and even from a personal perspective as well, is that those who do really well aren't letting their minds talk them out of doing something that is really good for them, even though it may be uncomfortable. And even, I think in order for us to not succumb to the negative thoughts, what I call the stinking thinking that prevents us from enjoying what all life has to offer, those stinking thinking thoughts that keep us down and stop us from really experiencing the benefits that come from being happy in our bodies. What you have to do is find a way to replace those thoughts with something that might initially seem completely weird, odd, or alien to us. In fact, those thoughts, for some of us, may not even exist in our minds right now, but perhaps they are there, but they're buried so deep beneath all the other suggestions that have been either told to us when we were younger, told to us from our spouse, told to us from a teacher, told to us from a boss, told to us from another family member, or that maybe you just allowed them to be buried by, the good thoughts you used to have may be buried by all the thoughts that now take over. You've allowed yourself to believe that you're not worth something better, and it's time to dig up those good thoughts again, time to bring them back to life. So how can you be an overcomer this year? Okay, well, don't you think it's time you spent more time on yourself and aiming towards what you truly want to be and take steps that at least turn you in the right direction of becoming the person you aspire to be and to have the life that you aspire to have? Today I want to share with you 4 different sentences that, if put into practice, will help you, starting today, right away, to start enjoying things like exercising, as well as set aside any fears that you may have or had, maybe apprehensions that you may have had in the past about attending class or starting an exercise regime. I'm going to share these with you, and it's a way to basically overcome any excuses you think or reasons, that maybe they're reasons, but deep down inside they're just excuses, that you need to tell yourself that hey, you actually enjoy exercising and that you really are worth the time and effort, because day after day after day, you are doing things for other people. You are doing things for your boss. You're doing things for your spouse. You're doing things for your kids. What happens when your emotional bank account is completely withdrawn? What happens when you're empty? You can't run on empty forever. And the only way to be able to keep on giving out of the way that you do day in and day out is to make some deposits into your own emotional bank account. And one of the things that you can do, one of the gifts that you can give yourself, is the gift of good health. Of course, we all know this, but do we all practice it to the extent where we think we can benefit from it? So if any of this is resonating with you and you get it, then this is for you. Take these 4 sentences and repeat them to yourself 3 times in a row, out loud, in the most sincere frame of mind that you have, and do it at least 3 times throughout the day for the next week. And this is a way that you can develop a new neurological pathway of thinking, a new pathway to new habits, of new thoughts. You're going to get rid of the old habits, the old thoughts, and replace them with good habits through thought. And this is how you're going to do it, through repetition of your own voice. So your own subconscious begins to believe what you desire, what your heart desires. You're going to bury the old habit thoughts. And there's no big secret to this. There's no big secret to success, really. It's right there for the taking. So let's go. Write these down and put them on a small piece of paper in your pocket, in your wallet, or in your purse, or on the fridge or the mirror, whatever you want to do. Bring them out 3 times a day. And here's the first one. You're going to say to yourself, I am now free of all excuses for not working out. Here's the second. All fear surrounding exercise or exercising has been dissolved. Another one. I enjoy exercising more than about anything. And I am worth any effort required to be super fit. That's all. That's all there really is to it. Just don't set it aside and leave it for another day, right? If you're not enjoying the benefits of health and wellness, or if you are battling in your mind about being more active, and yet you haven't taken the initial step for yourself, then get into the right mindset. So write those sentences down and put them somewhere where you can see them, and then you can read them out loud to yourself 3 times a day for, at least 7 days, just to get you started on the pathway that you thought you could never believe that you'd be on. Okay? I want the best for you because I have seen what it has done for so many others. Turn your test into a testimony and share it with someone else. All right?